Welcome to Loleventvods. These are the best highlights of today's LTA 2025 matchup.
In the 2v2, if you have to play into Kalista Pantheon, Sven was the one top of this game with Talia, but he just wants to guarantee it and to make sure, as Blabber now should be able to steal one of these away, because one grub's really easy to take nice whenever you have Smite, so Blabber just sneaks it, rushes through one, and actually can turn around here.
Oh, had to flash the public execution there as Thanatos was getting aggressive. Impact now just getting back to lane, but in comes Izzy or Loki gonna be able to look for Umti. Umti trying to escape out through the top with some support here from Impact. Impact has to drop the cannon barrage, and APA chunking down Loki on the other side with the threaded volleys. These grubs are getting low. Umti gonna be able to secure one. Now Impact trying to get involved here. Thanatos though just dashing forward onto Umti. APA trying to come in for the pincer play, but Umti's in a lot of trouble. They do get one though immediately onto Loki. It's just a trade 1-for-1. Impact should be able to just walk it out towards top. APA looks, does he need to cover?
Presence for the next couple minutes there for Cloud9. Let's take a look bottom though, because Blabber's on the warpath.
Blabber coming in, nicely played there. Flash forward from Vulcan, locks down Core JJ for an easy ulti from
immediately out onto the map. Ganks bottom side with that ultimate, and Upti trying to slip into the dragon to grab Ocean Drake instead.
And we have to talk about, how good this Cloud9 bot lane has been as well. Obviously, we talked a lot about Yon and Core JJ, but I do think one of the big pleasant surprises for C9 has been how quickly Sven and Vulcan have gelled, how good they have been looking. Sven versus Loud was an absolute monster, but Vulcan and him just seem to immediately have hit the ground running. They had that big boot camp we've talked a lot about. And it has really been kind of one of the...
Is an opponent that has been targeted a lot recently in their previous games. It can be a mental advantage to continue to target that, but
nice hook in. Core JJ gonna let the ulti rip, and they're just gonna Falcon on top of him. GP ulti over the top, not even needed, but it'll help him get Vulcan too. He's got no flash, no way out. It's 2 quick kills and the feats of warfare for TL.
He must have done like some bet or
exactly.
whatever. He was like, hey, if we get a kill bot, we're gonna do...
No way you're gonna do this. He's like, I'll do it.
The coaching staff were clearly all in on it. There we go.
There we go. Look at the
Superhero Yon, but here we go, grub fight.
Yeah, grub fight going down. One going to be taken there by Umti. Nice hook there over on a Blabber. Blabber's low. Teleport's coming in now from APA. AP going to try to join up as Yon has got to get out of there. In comes the public execution, but he is very low and he's going to be thrown into the seismic shove. Loki goes forward, but a great sidestep from Yon. Keeps him out of that, but it's still a shutdown regardless. Umti now being focused here by Sven. Sven trying to get involved. Umti going to flash in. They take down Loki, but it's still Sven, Vulcan, and Thanatos involved here, but they can't really get past APA. It's an all-out skirmish. Incredibly low health bars. APA going to go back in with the Weaver's Wall. He's looking for Sven. Sven flashes out to safety, forcing the additional summoner there. As meanwhile, Blabber was able to clean up. I actually even just got the info. We're going to be adding that emote for any subscribers starting game 2 of this series. So that's going to be a new Twitch emote right there. We'll see what they call it. Core going to flash forward. He throws down the ulti onto Sven. Sven has no flash, but he's still going to be able to jump back to safety. APA trying to get some damage down on Blabber. Blabber going back in onto Umti. He's going to be pulled into the rest of the team, but here comes Thanatos, and here comes Loki. Loki sweeps Core JJ to the side. Core JJ getting incredibly low. Can he get reset? Sven gets stunned up as he tries to go over the wall, but APA is in a lot of trouble here trying to come back. Loki incredibly low, Impact incredibly low, Sven going forward, he's going to stand, he's going to fight, but he's going to lose this one. He is very low, he gets hooked in by Core, the barrier's not enough to take him. Does go down.
Duel off, and we're right back to it.
We're right back to it, and Sven's in trouble. He's going to be stunned up on the rocks, and in comes Yon with the Valkyrie. That's an easy kill. It's grabbed by Core. Umti slams Blabber into the wall, but Vulcan's going back in onto APA, and here comes Loki. Thanatos is behind him as well. APA incredibly low, and APA shut down by Loki. Vulcan trying to cut out from Umti on the side, as Yon's going to be battling against Thanatos, but that's not a fight. 80 carries usually win. Yon, though, Falcon forward, looking for him. The Rocket gets sidestepped. He has the Eclipse proc. Can he take him? No! Yon wins the fight. On the other side, it's a spear from Vulcan, straight to the heart. Impact wins his battle against the tower as well in top lane, but this one's a bloodbath, Kobe.
Impact said, I'm too old for this mess. I'm gonna go split push. I gotta get out of this Fiesta brawl. But he actually decides, never mind, I want to join. I actually like the look of that party.
To warm up those hips, he's jogging down on the mid lane. We'll see if Loki can get out. Barrel not gonna quite tag him. Blabber is able to secure the dragon just before APA gets in with the teleport. Can APA find him over the wall? Seismic shove forces the flash. They secure the dragon, but they at least get the summoner. In comes Vulcan. That was a bit of a spicy ult.
It's a party. Everybody wants their invite.
Yeah.
Vulcan the dragon, so we're even on dragons. Vulcan wants...
Oh, here comes the teleport now. Loki coming in. Public execution just barely misses from Thanatos. a hair's breadth away from catching him. Loki gonna go back in though, does sweep him into the wall, knocks him up. APA flashes out. Seismic shove not going to connect. Cor's here to cover. He will get out to safety.
Make use of that passive on bank plank up there. Also, the tower going down for their Fairville, really helping out Team Liquid. And now, right back onto the next objective, onto the Rift Herald. They've got this one pretty much in the bag. Cloud9 are grouped a little bit, but without Thanatos' teleport, think they finally are going to leave him.
Focus on Thanatos, keep him out of this one as much as they can. Here comes that Weaver's Wall. They're going to get involved. Yon coming down, and the teleport is coming in from Impact. Vulcan trying to get out to safety. Blabber, nice sidestep on that seismic shove. He survived, but he's going to pull back Vulcan, and Vulcan has no way out. Thanatos used the public execution, but he tries to use it for a public exit, but Impact is chasing him down, and now Blabber going to be the focus. Likely should be able to walk this one out. He is quite tanky, but still, it's the one kill, and now it's going to be the pressure on the didn't get a ton out of the early game here on the Callista, but Loki's in a great spot to be able to do some heavy lifting in these team fights. TL going to start up the Dragon.
All right, Thanatos, yeah, pushing on bottom side while the rest of Cloud9 come to threaten TL off, but TL, they're just going to burn.
There's a hook. There's a seismic shove as well, thrown down onto Blabber. Blabber gets chunked down to about half, but in comes the Pantheon ultimate right over the top. They're going to be looking for him, and in comes the teleport as well from Thanatos. APA in the back line is already gone. APA deleted. In goes Loki playing so aggressively. Impact in trouble. He's on the run in the public execution this time. Tags Yon, and Yon is going to be in a lot of trouble. He gets knocked down as Thanatos dashes out of the way of the Skarner ulti, is able to stay safe, win the fight, and likely get even more.
I'm glad that you're highlighting Loki again there, because his side laning is very, very important for this team. See him push on bottom side. Now he's heading up.
They're going to hook in Blabber. Again, there's that seismic shove, and they're going to stun him into the wall and knock him down. This time, the extra members were there. 4 men from TL was what it took to take him down. Impact here, and they could look for more as Loki's Ven and Vulcan are pushing forward, but they have maybe gone too far. The ulti going to get ripped off onto Loki. Loki is pushed out of the fight, and Vulcan is isolated. Flashes forward and stuns him into the wall. There's the ulti as well. Knocks him down. It's a double for Yon. The pins
as the shadows kind of reveal the Talia standing there, you know at that moment they're like, oopsies.
That's the killer in the window behind you.
Like, oh, wait a second. They actually didn't like sustain any damage while they picked off Blabber and killed Blabber, so that is going to be a Team Liquid Otacon. Impact here does have to invest his flash to live as Cloud9 tried to do the cross-mat play. But that is well invested. TL now with the revival buffs.
Yep, gonna grab those Otacon GAs, set themselves up now, as you called out. They do send in the little Seeker there from Callista. But TL just going to be able to start up the Baron here. When do Cloud9 find out, and when will they go for the fight? Remember, they're fighting into the Otacon GAs, which is quite difficult. Loki trying to maintain the push in mid is going to summon a tower up on that tier 1 from TL. TL now turning. CoreGG flips in a Blabber, but Blabber is not actually caught by the seismic shove. There's the Cannon Barrage dropped as well. Not going to really be able to find much of anything. Impact also lost half his health. There's a hook onto Vulcan, and Sven's going to be the target of the ultimate. APA flashes forward and finds him with the seismic shove, and Sven is just gone. A huge play from APA. The public execution going to miss from Thanatos is back on the other side. It's Loki getting knocked down as well. Loki flashes out, but just to die to the ignite, and in goes APA with the Weaver's Wall, trying to find the seismic shove onto Blabber. Can't actually sidestep it. Stunned to the wall as well by Umpty. That CC is deadly, and APA makes sure of it. Hits him with
on the map here as well, and they should be able to just clean this thing up. I think Cloud9 are probably, you know, just to lick their wounds, say, hey, we'll wait for the soul. You know, you can have this one. We took a lot of losses from that last fight.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, the death cap now finally gets completed there for Loki, so that is something really working in their favor. But you look over, you know, AD, it's an additional item completed. You look at top lane, it's an additional item completed. And that is very, you can't overcommit onto him. And Thanatos now trying to find an angle on the side here, but Impact is there to answer that potential flank. C9 do have the push down in bot lane, but don't think it's going to be too relevant in this one. They just elect to start it. They're stacking up the spears in this. Core's going to hook in. There's the ulti onto Loki. Loki has to kite back, but in comes Umpty, and there's a Cannon Barrage softening him up. In goes the public execution, but it connects on no one. Impact's in on everyone, and Umpty gets a multi-man ulti, and Blabber is gone. Another's fallen as well, and they're piling in onto C9. Here comes the Weaver's Wall. He's going to surf in for another kill here onto Loki. The seismic shove connects on him, and he just pops the hourglass for style points. It's a triple kill. It's an ace. It's a march down mid lane, and it's looking like a TL game number 1.
TL have returned to you just in time. Their core coordination in that team fight is better than we have seen from, I would say, any team fight this entire year from them. That was almost pixel perfect. The setup, the execution, and TL, they're going to take their rewards now.
They're knocking on the doors of the Nexus here. Vulcan respawns just in time to watch him knock it down. Tries to go for the LT, but not in Core's house. Hits him with the hook, knocks down the Nexus. 1-0 TL off of a really strong start and a great game from What a confidence builder.